Drax Fantastic here. We're going to play a game today called Settlements Rising. I played this demo, oh man, I think at the beginning of the year, and I'd totally forgotten about it. I played a lot, like when Next Fest is going on, you play a lot of games, and I've got a list of like how I'm keeping track of them, but this one just, I don't know, I never made a video on it, and I'm always looking for a cool like settler builder, colony builder, city builder. I just love these type of games, and I started playing, I'm like, wait a minute, I've played this game. It's so good. This is the demo version of the game, but don't let that stop you from playing the demo. I think it's worth a look. I feel like this developer gets me. All of my little quirks about the different games I've played over the years, like this one sort of answers all of those little questions, and we'll go through them. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So let's jump in. Let's say new game. And you've got a bunch of different ways you can do it. We're just going to do survival. We'll say start game. Hi, it's Drax. This is the part at the beginning of the video that everyone skips. For those of you that didn't jump forward, enjoy watching and listening. Might you consider supporting me further by visiting my Ko-fi or clicking on the join button on this video? All right, that's it. Back to the video. Press any key to continue. That's directions even Drax can follow. All right. And then we got to put down, just like in all of these city builder games, right? You got to find a place where you want to start. And I think it's important to find a place that has food. And you can see there's like little icons here with some food and some fish and just various different things. And then also we're going to need stone. That's going to be really important. And also trees, because it's a city builder. You're going to need stone and trees because it's a city builder. So we need to find that perfect spot. I like this spot because it has two different stones. A lot of fish out here. Maybe right here. What do we think? Yeah, let's do, I guess the only other question is we need this. That's coal. We're going to need that too. All right, let's do it right. Drax changes his mind again. Let's do it right here. Are you sure? Yeah. There's cards, because every game has some kind of card system built into it now, which I've been kind of like poo-poo on over the years, but I've played a couple of these games where like the cards are just like a cool random bit of fun. Increased berry gathering, increased yield of greens, increased fiber plants. We're going to get different cards. I don't know which one. I think we'll take fiber. We'll save it for later. And then you can see like it goes from showing us the whole map to just showing us what we've seen, which I kind of like because it kind of forces you to get out there and explore. You got a bunch of people. I love the graphics of this game. I think it looks great. I love that you can zoom in and see them. The first thing you're going to want to do is come here to harvest resources. And this is a kind of a cool way of doing this. You can just kind of click and you'll see that it comes in here and tells you to pick up stones or get the trees. You can set the priorities and what you want to pick up here in the middle. And you'll see they got right to work. And just like any one of these city builder games, this is sort of the beginning of it. And so while they're out there picking up sticks and stones, let's just take a quick look. Basically from top to bottom here, this shows you your population. And if you hover, it gives you like pretty good information. Overall happiness. I love the information it gives you and it drills it down for you. Like I play so many of these games where I'm like, but what's going on in the background? If people are sick, what our food stocks are. And then I love this part right here. It tells you the year, and this little picture in the background changes as the seasons change, as the weather changes. Wood, stone, firewood, clothes, and whatnot. I think this is a really cool thing. If you look, it says left control to replace other resources. So if we hold down left control and we click, we can then tell it, hey, let's have it track clay here instead. I love the ability. I've seen this in a couple of games, and I wish every game did this. Letting me track what I see up there is amazing. And then down here in the bottom left, we've got time and speeding up the time. And then this is the basic tools here. We've got build. Resource collection we've already seen. Making roads. Any game that's got roads, I'm in. And one thing I love about the roads in this game is that when you build them, the people actually get on the road and walk on it. What a huge success. This is another like really great part of the game. Occupations. You can see what everyone's doing, how many are assigned. And then if you get this little show all workers, it tells you who's the laborer, what they're doing, and how they're doing. You can move to the character. You can select the character. I love this tab. I love the next tab too, which tells you all of the stock you have on hand, what's being produced, what's being consumed, what's spoiled, what's imported, exported, looted. Love it. And then we got the cards tab here on the end. All right, it's telling us we've got 16 homeless villagers. So like build some, well, let's pause the game a second. Build some houses, Drax. So this is one of these games where like you've got to plan according. You've got a bit of stock on hand, but you really need to lay it out and plan accordingly because you can run out very quickly. And so like the sequence of events to get to like what do you build first and how do you build it? I think that's up to you. I've got a little system where I'm like sort of get trees chopping, secure some food, and be building houses, and then sort of branching out from there. There's enough resources on the ground and what you have on hand to get you started. And if you play it just right, you shouldn't run out of food and then everyone dies. If you play it just right. All right, so let's do this. If we go, here are the houses. Maybe we run a little path here to start. And then we get a tier 1 house here. We'll build a couple houses. Telling me I got a housing shortage. I'm well aware of that. Let's speed up the time a little bit. I think I'll also come here to storage and build a storage area just so we can start storing stuff. And I'll probably do that like right here. And you can see they immediately get to work. And if we look at here, you can see we've got builders and laborers. And so they've kind of split it up. I like the way it deals with the labor and automatically assigns them and gets them moving and gets them working. Like the flow of the game is just is wonderful. Is wonderful. So many city builders and colony builders could look to this game. Look to this game. All right. They've already started construction on the house. If we click on here, we can also see all the information, right? Like what's where the construction queue is. I think this is great. You click on anything and you can see what's going on. We can set priority. We can pause it. We can cancel the construction. This is if you get a bug, which I think is great too, if it gets stuck. And then now that it's complete, it's saying, hey, we need to bring in some meat, some water, and some firewood. And who lives there, which I think is cool. And we got some people standing around here. So let's continue this. We need to continue going out there and collecting. I think we should try to build a fishing hut next. And I was smart. Remember, I looked in the water to see what fish were out there. So maybe we do it. Has R to rotate, huh? There's a lot that like, it's checking a lot of boxes for Drax. Let's do it right here. And then we'll take a little dirt path out there. Yeah. You see they're collecting the stone. We collected the wood. I think we'll do a road here. And then I think our next thing will be resources. And we'll do two things. We'll do a water well so they can get some water. Oh, came in a little close. We'll put it right here. And then I'm going to do a forester hut. And if we hover on it, it'll tell us what it is. To preserve the natural forest areas of the animals living within them, foresters create artificial forest areas by planting trees. So this is just, the forester hut is long-term forests, right? It's procedurally generated. So some of the times, like I get it, I don't have a lot of wood. So I try to get this down pretty quickly. We're going to do a forester hut and a woodcutter like right off the bat. And I'm going to put it kind of out here a little ways. Maybe to here and then extend the road. Good. We're moving along. We're moving along. They built the storage, and if we click on the storage, we can see everything that's in there. Pretty cool. We got 2 houses. We're housing half the people we need to house. I don't know that we'll get both houses before winter. But let's put those in the queue, shall we? House here. We'll flip it around. This cart is in the way. What can we do with this? It contains necessary basic resources to start a game. If all the resources in the stock are used up, move the storage, it will disappear. Well, we're working on it. We're working on it. So given that, this is where I want to put the houses. So we'll put another one right here when the cart goes away. And then maybe we'll do one. Let's leave a gap and we'll put one there. And then we'll come here and bring the road and bring another road. Cool. And you can see there's people moving stuff out of the storage into the storage area. And I think this is amazing. You can actually see the stuff that's stored inside. I love it. I love it. I love the detail of this game. All right, they need 12 more to build a fishing hut. We've got plenty of trees ready to be chopped down. They're clearing trees there. We're good. We're doing well. We're doing well. I think our next thing will be maybe like a berry hut. If we come here to food production, we got gathering hut and hunting hut. If we do a berry hut, now we can see you can see all the little things that it'll pick up. Some root vegetables down there. We'll probably end up doing a couple of these. I think I'll actually do, maybe I'll do it like right. I don't want to knock one of them out. So maybe like right here. See, it'll tell you, I'm glad I did this. It'll say, hey, you're about to remove one of the berry bushes. I'll say, no, I don't want to remove a berry bush. Click there. I remember I said I wanted to do also a wood cutter. We're going to need wood for, we're going to need firewood for the impending winter. They're finishing the fishing dock over here. I think the sound is good too. I love it. Yeah, I love that they're following, like so many of these games, like you build the road and like the worker doesn't go on the road. You're like, why did I build the road? Like, well, the road isn't exactly where it's pathing. Like, I love that the pathing, they're off a little bit, but we know they're on the road, right? I think it's great. All right, so we've got kind of, everybody's doing the work. This also is some good information. Produced in the last year, 85. Consumed in the last year, 100. So deficit there. Same with the stone. Firewood. Clothes. It has a bit, like everyone talks about Banished as being like the game everyone aspires to kind of get to. For those of you that have played Banished, lucky you. For those of you who haven't, go right now and look at Banished. It's one of the greatest little colony city builders out there. It started this whole craze in my mind, and I had so many hours in it. And so maybe I think like a lot of us, we're always on the hunt for that. And I think this comes pretty close, even in the demo. It has sort of the same kind of feel. All right, so fishing hut is up. And this is another really cool thing I like. So right now, we've got 4 fishing little nodes there that we can go. You can relocate the target area for where you want to go. So you can kind of move it around. So if we run out of fish here, we can get this fish. And most of the buildings have this relocate target area, which is really great. It's really great. So pay attention. Pay attention to that. And that will be the same for these buildings as they come online as well. You just need to, like in the early game especially, just like you need to make sure that they're continuing to clear and continuing to clear and continuing to clear. You're going to need the resources. There's no downtime in Draxville. There's no downtime in Draxville. All right, and we're approaching the winter. We're pretty good. We have enough firewood to make it through the first winter. And if we click here, we can see what's going on. They're going to build a house, then they're going to build a forester hut, and we can move these around if we want to. And we can move them around by saying, hey, pause this one and then it'll go to the next one. We could also increase the priority in saying, hey, instead of building the house, stop and then go build this instead. We can increase the priority and they'll make the move. All right, only 4 people left. So when this last house is done, then we'll have room for everybody. And we're going to want to build another house because we're going to get more people. They're going to come. Trust me. All right, let's speed it up. And I'm always not a big fan of the speed up. I always seem to play it at a much slower level than everybody else. I just want to watch it unfold. And I also feel like sometimes when you play like on a really fast level, like you might miss something or something goes by. But I think in the early stages right now, like as Drax slows it down, I think we're in pretty good shape. I think the only thing we're going to run out of is probably wood. Oh, it's snowing. Yeah, the graphics in this game are beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. All the snow gets on the tops of the houses. Little fishermen's out here doing some fishing. 109 smoked fishes, 113 smoked meat, and then we got 34 new fishes in the door. 34 fishes in the door. All right, so I'm guessing just 4 people are going to be stuck outside. Sorry. They're building the forester hut next, which is important. Because it's going to take a while for them to grow trees. I like to get that process going. We don't want to deforest the whole map and have nothing. All right, they completed the forester hut, and we can see a couple of things going on here. One is turning off fertilizer. It'll make things grow faster. We don't have any fertilizer. I'm going to turn that off so it stops telling me, like, fertilizer. And then we've got balance mode, harvest mode, and plant mode. I'm going to leave it unbalanced. And then just like I said, we can relocate the target area. So, like, where do we want them to grow the trees? Like, I want them to grow the trees, like, right here. And now they'll grow a forest right in that area. They've already assigned a forester. We can assign 2 more if we want to, but I think for the time being, I'm just going to leave it on 1. Almost done with the gathering hut. I like how you can move these around too. I'm telling you, this game was made by someone who's played who's played as many colony builders as I have, and understands like what should be done on this. This is some of the best UI I've ever played with. And you can see, if we look at firewood, we consume 24. So realistically, we could probably make it through another winter on the firewood front. All right, so now the woodcutter's saying, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for resources, and they'll start cutting firewood. The gathering hut, let's look at this. It looks pretty good. 4 immigrants do you want to settle? Yeah, we'll take the immigrants. Come on in. We're gonna build another house. So the gathering hut, we can see here, like what we're gathering, what's close by, 7 berries. That's great. We can also do the relocate target, right? So if we want to try to like squeeze in a few more, or if we wanted to move over here, I think I think that's good. Yeah, good. We're probably going to build another one of those because we're going to want to grab some of the stuff that's over here. All right. And this guy will start putting trees down. Yeah, you can see they'll be planting cute little trees everywhere. Little trees. Little happy trees. Little happy trees. All right, raining again. It's March, already spring. Food is still at a deficit. You got 4 months of food. We'll spoil in a year, total 189. So we're gathering berries and we're gathering fish. And if we go here and look at food production, we could build a hunting hut, try to find some animals. This stuff says for crop fields and farms, we need to get compost, and then we also need a population of 30. So we got a little ways to go before we can do that. Services, we got compost and cemetery. A compost yard needs to be built because the houses will start filling full of waste and they'll get very unhappy. So this is something you need to do pretty early on as well. And this will probably be, I think we'll build stone and then we'll build a compost yard. And as you can see, like as we go further out, it like the map starts to show itself. Show itself some more. Let's go resources and then a miner's hut. And we got really lucky here. I think we can get, I think we can get all these resources. It doesn't really matter where you put this because you can just move the little thing to get the resources you want. But I think I'm going to put it right there. I didn't build a compost. So you can see the composting yard is red. So you don't want to put it near the houses. You can see this decreases the land value. They're like, hey, I don't want to live next to some place that's full of poop. So we're going to put it out far away. Maybe we'll put it out here. Yeah. And then we'll run a little path out there. You got to get it going because the poop will start building up. Trust me. The poop will start building up. See, it's already there. Waste. And then it'll help us when we do crops, and it'll also help like grow the trees faster. So there's a lot of pluses. Man, they were fast on this. If you want to, I do this, like if I wanted to uncover this part of the map, I like come out here and say, hey, grab this stuff right here. And then they'll come out here and they'll uncover this part of the map. And this is sort of how I've been. Low food reserves. Yeah, I'm working on it, man. I wish we could find, let's say just a tree. And let's say, let's cancel this and only have them chop down like a tree. Yeah. So it's a bit of a juggling match in the beginning. Like on the food front, you've got to get that food up quick because the reserves you have, like you saw, they dwindle quickly. Quickly. No decorations yet. The defense is demo and under development, so there will be like some combat. Healer's hut, school, trading docks, town center. So it's pretty fleshed out for a demo. And I think, I've played a couple of hours here and there over 2 different sessions. So, I always say that like, I wish there was this many demos when I was a kid. I mean, you can play demos all day long and keep yourself occupied with games without having to spend any of your hard-earned cash. When I was a kid, there was no demos. You know what? This is what we should do. Let's add a couple more fishermen. That will probably help. And then let's throw another gatherer there. And let's look at how we're doing. We just need to make sure that we keep a couple of assigned for laborers because they're going to move stuff around, right? We got to have free people to labor. If you stop this, then like all the goods stop moving around and it's not good. A couple people as builders, that's good too. All right, here's the poop guy. He's carrying poop. If we see, there he is. Yeah. He's got a wheelbarrow full. And then he'll dump it in. And now it's going to become fertilizer. And you can actually see it, which I just think is so good. It's so good. They're collecting stone now. And we're good on the stone front. Produce 77, consume 44. We produce 271 and we consume. I love these numbers. I love the numbers. All right, so we've got a woodcutter, we've got a mine, we've got a forester. We can do a weaver, so we could start building clothes. Cobbler, of course. You got to have shoes. Every one of these games has to have a cobbler. Blacksmith, right? This is how we're going to make tools. Charcoal, herbalist. This is how we're going to make stuff to heal us. So you can see where this is going. Pretty good basic fare for a colony builder. Like I said, like it's not completely hashed out yet. This is not a complete game by any means, but I love what they've done at the start. Okay, that's my first look at the game. It's called Settlements Rising. The demo's on Steam right now. You can check it out. I think add this to your wish list because of all the colony sim builder, city builder games I've seen recently. This one has like the best bones about it, right? Like everything you need to make a really great game is already there. Now they just got to fill in the content. The roadmap looks great. I'm very excited about it. Love to hear what you think about the game. And if you think it looks a lot like Banished. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.